Hello guys, Tonk here, bringing you today a full round of Hainan Resort, a really close round where my team won by only 39 tickets. As the game progresses, you will see a very disturbed individual in the chat box if you will pay attention to that. So that is the reason why I moved Mrs. Daddy's camera to the right side this time, just for the course of this round, so you guys can see the chat, what kind of stuff this guy was saying to me and other players on the server. Anyway, the load that I'm running is a 25mm high explosive shell, which I'm testing at the moment. You know that I usually use the APF-50 shell, and if you've watched some of the before Hainan Resort videos, then you would know that. But for this round and for the flood zone I played earlier, switched to 25mm HE shell to test it. And the first thing I can say about it that it has a bit more splash damage, but it also has much less accuracy with its first two shots than the APF-SD shell. My secondary gun of choice is the Tom Missile, of course, and active protection. Now, a lot of you have been wondering why do I use active protection over smokescreen in the LAV. That is just because LAV is a really fragile vehicle when compared to the tank. I mean, the tank is also very fragile, but the LAV is more fragile. So having any sort of protection, more protection added is always a good thing, especially on a clusterfuck map like Hainan Resort. A round like this, as you will witness, active protection saved me more than I gave it credit that it will save me. So that's it from the loader side, and I'm gonna proceed to the gameplay now. And this spot where you saw me right now at the start of the round fighting those two LAVs is the spot I always go when the round starts on the Chinese side on Hainan Resort while playing in the LAV. And why is that? And that is for the reason that I usually try to deny them the push they have with those two LAVs. They would usually take Bravo and then they would go on Charlie or they would go on Echo. So if you can stop them right there in that path, then you're doing a good job right off the start. Apparently my team didn't do a good job getting Charlie while I was fighting those LAVs. So as you can see, when I'm shooting inside, there's a lot of people there. And that is where AG shell, I'm guessing, benefits over the APF-SD shell, that added splash damage, as you can splash them behind the walls. And over here I got immobilized and I'm stuck on the fence over here trying to get out of it, and I managed to do that. And multiple times in this game and happened that I would get stuck on a tree stump or on a wall or on an invisible wall, and I would just be stuck there forever. And that's not only with the LAV, it's also with the tank, and the fucking thing is really annoying. And I tried a few pop shots on this little build over here with the top missile, and I managed to kill him once later in the course of the round. It was a nice kill, so you'll see that later. Anyway, when I'm fighting with Charlie, Chinese side, I mostly use this little road over here. While it's not exactly the greatest cover in the world, it's actually you have really minimal cover, but it gives you this nice back plan road to escape. So if you get pushed too much from the side, you can easily back forward and go back to the bridge where you came from, and initially go back to Echo really fast. So this is why I like this area for that reason. It's always good that if you have an opportunity to calculate something like that, that you have a nice back road where you can fall back easily without taking too many shots is great. So if you are a fan of playing LAV on Hainan Resort, then I suggest you use a tactic. You use this off-road tactic I'm using. See how that works out for you. It works okay even with the gunner and solo. I found it to be good in both situations. Now, the reason I'm moving back from Charlie is because we started to take Charlie, and from the spot where I was, I cannot do much because the enemy team doesn't spawn there. So I'm just gonna go to Delta because I noticed that there are some people in Delta. As I get disabled by these two guys, which spawned over here for Charlie flag, is why I went to this position I'm on right now, is so I can maybe kill them when they spawn and when they try to get inside the resort. As you can see, I'm being called a lot of stuff in the chat. If you paid attention to the chat the last few minutes, then you can notice that this guy was hellbent on calling me a lot of stuff, which I don't wanna say out of my mouth because it's impolite, I guess. But yeah, it was a fun round, and I was laughing a lot with Mrs. Teddy and my other friend. And yeah, anyway, as the Delta was secure, we are still not capping Charlie, but the reason why I came over here is because my friend told me that they stole our anti-aircraft. And the thing I'm trying to do now is trying to locate the damn thing, and I just don't have a visual on where the thing can be located. And this is another thing I always do. I would have killed those people on Alpha, but the enemy boat just roll out of the base, and this is usually the thing I do when I'm on the ocean side with the LAV. I always take care of that boat. And I mentioned this a few times ago. If you manage to land a surprise TOW missile on the enemy boat before he shoots his TV missile for you, the LAV will win that fight. It's highly likely that the LAV will probably win that fight. And I'm talking that if both vehicles have their respectable gunners, also known repair breaches, also known as no-lifers, as Mrs. Eddie was called. So, proceeding back to the spot where I was, going back to the same position over here, and there ain't much I can do if nobody's pushing inside the actual flag. So, the only thing I can do is maybe clear some people on the first or on the second floor off the damn flag, but if nobody pushes inside the fucking thing, then there is literally nothing you can do. So I'm just gonna decide to switch my tactics because we are kind of losing our tickets, and I'm just gonna try to go to Bravo as I met this LV over here, and I'm gonna enter a LV fight. And I managed to time my active protection properly as the guy bails for his life, and I managed to take him down with the splash damage. That's the good thing, as I said, about the 25mm shell. It's easier to take down bailers than it is to take down with the IPFSD shell. As I was aiming a TOW missile at the anti-aircraft and these fucking holes in the ground, the physics of how these holes are created in roads and terrain in Battlefield 4 are really badly designed. And what I mean by that is that the vehicle physics are really bad, and then when you put a thing like this, fucking holes into terrain, it makes it really horrible to drive and aim. It's just another thing that makes Battlefield 4 more annoying than it should be in the first place. So we're just trying to compensate on this road over here, and yes, I mean, we could all agree I can use the little road down there, but if I go down there, then I will not see people on Bravo, and I could not count how many there is. And this spot I'm showing you right now is a great spot if you're attacking Bravo and you're taking too much pressure from there. This is a good hiding spot you can hide from Bravo, as you see that you will not get cover from Charlie. As you see, everybody from Charlie is fucking doing healthy on me, and yes, I get taken out as somebody put C4 on my tank, and I get taken down by a straw. So spawning back in over here, as I'm reading the chat, and guys saying that he bets his wage that I'm in a jet. Yes, guys, you know me. I am a professional jet player. I've won multiple dogfights. Yes, I won Battlefield with jets. I'm just amazing in a jet. So he bets his wage that I'm in a jet. Anyway, I'm gonna wait for the LAV to spawn, and I'm gonna use my opportunity to tell you that if you didn't play Hainan Resort in an LAV before, try it out, especially with the recent thermal optic buff. The map became really fun. I mean, I had LAVs myself a few months ago, and I really began to like them over the course of a few months back. They became really fun to play, and they're challenging to play. They're not so great versus infantry like a tank. So I like to play them because they're challenging. It's something equivalent to like you would play aggressive recon because it's challenging, and you wouldn't play medic because it's easy. So if you like a challenge, you will play aggressive recon. If you don't like a challenge, and if you just want to kill people, you will play medic. The same goes with the LV, pretty much. And I mentioned this also before. If there's a map with the tank and an LAV, I'm always gonna go for the tank, guys, just because the tank is better than the LAV in all aspects. It's better in fighting vehicles, it's better in fighting infantry. LAV is just a not superior vehicle when compared to the main battle tank. And well, that's not unfortunate. And I had a subscriber of mine asking me that in one of the other videos a few days ago. He asked me like, what do I think about the LAVs in Battlefield 4, and like that he doesn't like them, that they feel bad when compared to Battlefield 3 and LAVs from from predecessors of Battlefield 4. And sadly, I have to agree. I mean, the only thing I disagree with over there is that the Battlefield 3 LAV fucking raped tanks, and that was bad. I didn't like that aspect, and that's not because I drove tanks in Battlefield 3. I also drove LAVs. It just didn't seem logical that a light armor vehicle would kill a heavily armored vehicle in a 1v1 fight, in a fair 1v1 fight. But the thing LAV did good in Battlefield 3 is that it had a lot of fucking potential to kill infantry. It raped infantry, and that's the purpose of that fucking vehicle, infantry fighting vehicle. So yeah, as I'm landing the top missiles into the same guy who is accusating me and swearing my mother in the chat, and to be honest, I didn't plan to kill the guy all the time. It just happened that every time I would run into him, I managed to take him down, and then he would just cry more and more as the round progressed. So it was like unveiling a really dysfunctional person in a course of this 25 minutes of video. You will see. Now, what's happening here on Charlie is that we are losing a lot of fucking tickets, and I really don't have a solution at the moment of what can I do, because if I go to Bravo there, I'm alone there, there's nobody there. I mean, Bravo is easy to capture with an LAV, but if I stay there, I'm most likely to die by anything. So I would really need like 1 or 2 infantry guys, a fucking sniper, anybody, to stay on that flag for a few minutes until it's totally secured and that we know it's clear, and then move on, or he can of course stay to defend the flag. But that just wasn't the case with this fucking team, and you will see that the initial push I had in the end literally resulted in us winning that round. Now, I'm using this spot over here right now for the reason that I see people on the left side inside, and I want to cover this area here if they would come from Alpha flag. And the reason I'm doing that, and that is something I cannot explain so easily, is how I switched around the flags. It just comes with experience, really. I see that there is more people in that Charlie flag than the enemy people, so I know that that I can then push. And if you look behind me, I also have Delta flag, so I'm pretty sure that somebody's gonna watch if anybody spawns over there. I have an AA behind me. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening around me, so I can be sure that I'm not getting backraged. And I'm not. As you see, the enemy team is approaching from the flank. And they probably came with a rebound. As I'm shooting a top missile now at this fucking little bird, and I managed to get lucky and take him out. 4 people inside. That was a sweet shot. Sweet 4 kills from the little bird. The little birds feed my soul. When I hit them with the top missile, it's a more special feeling killing the little bird or anything else with the top missile than it is to kill with a tank shot. As I'm killing this boat again, the same fucking guy inside the boat, and I think I now killed him 3 times. And this is only 30 minutes, guys. There's gonna be more. Don't worry. I can guarantee you that. So we finally managed to secure 3 flags, but we are down tickets quite substantially, and I'm gonna take some damage from this jet over here. And luckily, I saved my Eclipse protection, and that's another thing, guys. You have to take care of when you're playing air maps. Granted, I have a friend in an area vehicle also, but really, an enemy jet can attack you anytime. And as you clearly see from this, from the current progression of this video, is that even though we have, if I can say that, we have better ground vehicles and we have a decent support from the jets, it's just that our infantry struggles on the flags, and there is nothing you can really do about it. Not on Hainan Resort. You can capture flags, you can just drive around the flags, but if nobody stays on them to secure them, it's really fucking pointless. So I'm gonna go to Bravo over here, and gonna try to land some top missiles at those 2 LAVs there. And as you see, this road is completely fucking up driving and shooting mechanics. So I really have to stop to aim with the top missile. And if that wasn't the case, I could easily just drive in front and manage to take both of them down. As I'm shooting the RPG at the LAV, and that's one thing you can do versus the LAV. Wait until he fires all his shells, and when he's shooting the top missile at you, you can go out and shoot an RPG at him. Why? Because he doesn't have splash damage with the top missile. Unless he direct shots you with the top missile, you will not die. And then you can get an extra upper hand on killing him while he's aiming at you with the top missile. What's happening here right now, we lost Delta, and Delta is a really crucial flag when it comes down to switching between Echo and Charlie. They can now easily get both Charlie and Echo. As I'm trying a top missile for the little bird, and if there wasn't that ship in front of me, I'm pretty sure I could land that shot while driving the LAV. So I'm gonna approach the seaside, and I see this boat again over here doing the same thing, trying to, I don't even know what he's doing. As I land one top missile, I'm gonna spray him a bit with the shells, and I land the second top missile, taking him down. The same guy, this is now I think 4-0, and I'm just gonna switch around over here. And I'm using, this is a good spot, guys, if you're attacking Delta. If you see this container in front of me, that's on my left side right now, I'm using as cover. So if there's gonna be some RPGs coming from Delta, they would have to be fucking desperado then to hit that thing. But since they're not, then they will probably not hit that. So hide behind that container if you are on the Chinese side, and you will dodge some stuff coming your general direction from Delta flag. And as you see, this splash damage on the 25mm shells is really working quite in my favor on Delta flag. And this AA is just fucking ramming my ass onto the harbor side of that of that ship, and managed to escape his claws of doom. And I'm gonna approach to Echo right now, and I really don't know what I can say about this flag. This is such a bad flag for an LAV to capture. Like, literally the only thing you can do is just go below where I'm right now and pretend you're not there, and pray that the enemy team will not see you. And if your prayer works, then they will really not see you. And you can cover some of the spawn points, as you saw a few guys spawn there, and then and as I look on the left side, there's like fucking 3 people there spawning on each other. It looked like fucking people coming from Toblerone chocolate, like 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece. I was like, holy shit, I don't have that much ammo because Battlefield 4 limits me with fucking ammunition. So I was afraid that we were gonna miss all those kills, but luckily we managed to take them down in the long run. And now we finally somehow managed to get the triple cap on them. A kind of shabby one, because we already lost Charlie, and now I'm gonna try to do my push for Bravo, and as I'm just gonna spray a few shells inside Charlie, seeing if I get some lucky splash hits, and I'm gonna approach Bravo. As I see a LAV there, and my TOV just doesn't hit. I mean, I don't know what, I think I missed probably. That's the highest possibility. But it's funny because my follow-up shell hit him, so I don't know what happened there. Anyway, as I land the second hit, as you see in quick succession, you can just deal 63 damage, no problem, and take him out with your second top missile and the 25mm spray. As I'm capping Bravo right now, and the enemy team is now starting to spawn here because I think they're realizing they're losing their third flag. As the guy in the chat starts to calling me spending your time on easy targets, as a boat is a really easy target for an LAV apparently, since I was only killing him in a boat, and the reason he died is because he didn't see me, and not because he was an easy target. It's because he's an idiot, that's why he died. Remember that, kids, he died because he's an idiot, not because he's an easy target. You're an easy target if you make yourself an easy target. There is no such thing as easy target in Battlefield. So keep that in mind. Always cover your angles, cover your sides, and you will never be an easy target. That's pretty much it. And I managed to get a good fucking position on shooting these people on the resort rooftop. And I know they would shoot some Astros at me, but I managed to deal some splash damage on the upper top angle of the resort. So they would fall back. As I'm getting pushed by an LAV over here, who is trying to get Bravo back for my team, and Mrs. Eddie tells me now that she's getting shot in the back, and I see this guy behind me, so I'm just gonna do a reverse run over here, but the guy gets taken out by an infantry, and this spot on Bravo I'm using right now gives you one cover only, and that's the cover from them coming from base. You don't get any cover from Charlie if your team doesn't control Charlie, and you don't get any cover if your team doesn't control Alpha. If you want some cover from Alpha, then you just, if you take a look at my minimap right now, you just go back and you go left, and then you can use the building as cover from Alpha and the base. But since I wanted to take down the LAV over here, I didn't do that, so I'm gonna land a top missile with him. And one guy decided to bail, and Mrs. Ted is gonna take him out, and I'm gonna deal with the LAV. Managed to take him out. He missed his stove missile, so he didn't deal any damage to me. So I got lucky there, and I'm gonna secure Bravo completely. And as you see, guys, it takes a while to secure a flag, like to clear it from all the incoming threats, and that is why I need infantry there. Since there was a few guys on Bravo there, I went for it. And as I mentioned earlier, if there wasn't, then there really wouldn't be any reason for me to go there. As you see, my LAV is fucking flying in the air because of these horrible terrain holes in the road. And multiple times my LAV just flipped 360 when I went over that hole. So you really have to drive careful, and it really gives a horrible fucking annoying feeling to the entire game, which is annoying as it is. So I'm gonna drive to Delta now. And I have to be, I have to say, Delta has to be one of my favorite flags to defend, attack, when it comes to Hainan Resort. So I'm gonna go to the same position I mentioned before, next to the container. And I see that there are some people over here, so I'm just gonna take my chance to take them down, because from the container side I probably wouldn't have an angle. But since the flag is clear pretty much, I will just stay in the cap zone to help my team cap it, because we are on 140 tickets and we just need everything we can get now. So I managed to help my team secure Delta. There was a few infantry here, our mobile anti-aircraft is here, but we are down 100 tickets. And what we need to do now is hold the triple cap and defend the flag. As I managed to land a long-range stove shot on the LAV. And another thing I see some people do wrong is when you fire a TOW missile, guys, you can switch to the crosshairs of your primary weapon, because then it's much easier to aim than it is aiming with the TOW missile crosshair. So you launch a you launch a TOW missile, switch to your primary gun and aim with that crosshair, because it's more accurate to aim with that than to aim with a big cross that the TOW missile has, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, as I take guided shells from this incoming jet, and see if I saved my active protection. I mean, if I activated my active protection, you would have I would have blocked it. But the reason I didn't is because I didn't hear the lock-on sound, like the final lock-on sound from the jet, like PPPP, like the last one, that knowing that the missile was launched and it's about to obliterate my asshole, wasn't there. So I didn't activate APS. I was just thinking somebody was locking me with those recon gadgets or a javelin. So yeah, and I'm gonna land a TOW missile at that boat over there, and denying the enemy team their boat really packs an impact, and we really need an impact. Losing right now, losing Echo, and the tickets are really close now, and I got really fucking excited in the game at the moment, because I like close games like this, where you have to fucking fight with everything you have and your teeth to win this round. And as you guys can see, and a lot of you have been saying that you really need a team to win in Battlefield 4. This isn't a single way game, like, oh, you're a good tanker, or he's a good jet, or you have a chopper rape. That really doesn't matter, guys. If you don't have other people, other 30 people on the servers, if they are fucking retarded, you will lose that round no matter what. As I drive to the water and my LAV bounces back to the surface for no reason. My god, this game is so fucking broken, vehicle physics-wise. And I did a mistake here, as I was driving with my back towards Echo. I didn't expect this guy on this little island over here. So I just took some damage, and Mrs. Ed is gonna put me back into this fucking fight. And we need a flag now, critically. And this is all gonna be hanging on the balance of me and this clever guy in the Little Bird, who also noticed that we are down on tickets, and he's capturing the flag, little Bird. And now that's a team player. I don't know this guy in the Little Bird, but he sees that we are really low on tickets, and he's gonna fucking risk his life, the life of the people he has in the Little Bird, and the Little Bird itself, to capture the flag. So, as I said, guys, you really need a team, because if he didn't do that, by the time I came to the flag, we would already lose like maybe 5 or 7 tickets, and in the end, that can mean a lot. So we managed again to hold a triple cap, but we are still down like 90 tickets when compared to the enemy team. And now I'm just gonna do a YOLO push to Bravo, because we really need to secure the 4th flag to completely bleed them out and win this game. So I'm just gonna use this off-road over here, so that I wouldn't get spotted from Bravo if somebody was on the hill. And I see a guy bail from the jet ski behind me as I take a MPT loss shot to the S, and I'm just gonna fall back. No time for repair. We have no time for repair. We just have to go Bravo now. I'm saying to Mrs. Daddy, I come to Bravo. I see a LAV there. A lot of hostile activity there. As the LAV does a good job activating his active protection before I did. I managed to hit him once, and I'm gonna land a second top missile shot. As you see, there's a lot of infantry over here, and I'm really hanging on the thread as my friend helps me with the jet because there was a lot of infantry around me. And I'm switching to the gunner seat as Mrs. Daddy is trying to put the LAV back to the fight so we can get to Bravo and win this round. And I take now the driver's seat of the LAV, and I'm just gonna go balls out. And a friendly teammate in the LAV, a complete random guy, I don't know, also decides to come push for Bravo. We managed to start the bleed. And I see some mines over here. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna go to, use the stairs instead. I'm gonna climb on the stairs. And I was thinking that our LAV is gonna die. And the reason I bailed is because I wanted to go on the burn so that I wouldn't die with the LAV and we wouldn't get the flag. But as you see, we are capturing the flag, and I'm taking a lot of damage from this javelin guy. And javelins are really dangerous on Hainan Resort. And it will take me a while to take him down because LAV doesn't do a lot of damage to infantry, as I mentioned. So it took me a while to take him down, and there I finally managed to take him down, taking a critical mobility shot. And I see a few more infidels trying to push for Bravo. I managed to take one down, and I'm splash damaging the second guy so he wouldn't pick anymore and try to take out this single infantry guy. The single infantry guy, if you check my minimap right now, a single guy and another guy spawned on him, and we have a massive push from the enemy team on Bravo right now. And all I'm trying to do here is be a massive distraction so they wouldn't kill the infantry. So I'm just gonna spin around my LAV and trying to clear the backside of the fucking flag. And we managed to secure the flag, and I'm just gonna land a top missile into the LAV, which is going to Alpha. Why? Because why the fuck not? We won. We managed to win with that Bravo push, and that was the end of this round pretty much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know down in the comment section how'd you like it. See ya, love you, and bye bye.